Hi guys, welcome to my channel, my last video. Okay, this is part 2, but now we are going to talk about grounding. Okay, a lot of people don't really understand what grounding is. I personally like to ground in nature, um, but there are, you don't have to do mental gymnastics, okay? It's quite simple. So if you can't go outside, you can set your room up, right? You want to ground yourself, especially if, let's say, well, I'll get into that after. First, let me teach you. Okay, so right now, you want to set your room to calm, right? Turn off the noisemakers, keep it quiet, dim the lights. Don't make it dark because you need to see things for this exercise, okay? So I want you to do your deep breathing. So in for 5, hold for 3, out for 6. Okay, so don't breathe in so deep that it hurts, right? Because pain is not pleasant, so you're gonna get stiff. So just breathe in, hold it, breathe out slowly for 6. Okay, repeat that a couple times. Okay, don't pant it though, you pass out. I don't want you to do that. Okay, it's gonna set the mood. Okay, so you might be needing to ground for many reasons. Okay, so first thing after your breathing exercises, I want you to look to see 5 things. Name 5 things that you can see right off the bat. Okay? And really look at them. So right now, I see an aloe plant. And I remember about this aloe plant that it has a lot of healing properties, which I love, right? And that's good, right? Now I'm going to think of how many times I needed to use an aloe plant for myself or others. And I'm going to name the next item I see. So you're going to name 5 items you see. I like to go into details of the items because let's say I'm angry, right? Let's pretend I'm angry. I'm going to need to stay in a grounded state for a minute. So not only am I going to start off by naming 5 things, I'm going to spend time with them because I'm going to focus on each one of them. When you're focusing on them, you'll see that you're distracting yourself from the other thing, be it anger, anxiety, nerves, whatever, anything, okay? Maybe bad thoughts, focus. Maybe you're just sad, right? Let's ground, okay? If you feel scared, you think people are evil next to you, ground, okay? There's all reasons to ground. Ground because you want to ground. So the aloe plant in front of me has healing properties. I've used them for, several times when I burn myself or cut myself. I like to drink aloe. I've used it on people before. You can make aloe cough drops. That's another story. I learned it from a guru. Then the next thing I'm going to name is Mount St. Helens ashes. Well, I don't live too far away. In fact, I'm in the St. Helens area or close to it. So, when I look at the ashes, I think, wow, they have a lot of volcanic glass there. It's lime green. It's like beautiful green. And it's straight from the volcano. And it was very hot. So see how I'm mindfully thinking about the ashes, right? Mindfully thinking about the properties. I'm calming myself down, right? I'm starting to regulate my emotions. Then I'm going to move on to the next ones, right? You're going to keep that going until you name all 5. If you don't need to say the details of each one, and it's starting to calm you down or relax you, it doesn't take a problem away, but it helps you get emotionally stabilized and back to baseline, right? Where you're not emotionally drowning in cortisol, right, from anxiety, and you're not in DEFCON 9, right? You're calming yourself, getting back to normal, right? You still have an upsetting thing or whatever, but it's more tolerable, so you can process your emotions. You'll be able to handle that much better. Now, name 4 things that you can touch, okay? 4 things that you can touch. Well, I could touch this desk. Feels a little gritty, you know. And the reason it feels gritty is because I spilled dusty worms on it when I was feeding my bird. So I need to wash it, right? And it's wood and it's cold, right? Cold and gritty. This coffee cup is full of nice warm tea, right? Smells good too. Okay, keep naming them. I like to go into details. It's your choice whether if you need to go into details like I do. Details, memory, good memories, whatever. Name them and then move on to the next. Okay, so then 3 things you can hear. I hear my rabbit bouncing back and forth. He wants to come out and play, right? I could hear the fights going on in the bedroom where my husband's at. He's watching bare-knuckled fights. And my dog is snoring, so that's 3 things. And I could think a lot about different things of the MMA fights, the bare-knuckle fights, I mean. Okay, 2 things you can smell. Right now I have a cold, so I can't really smell anything. You can tell my nose is stuffy, but if your nose isn't stuffy, name 2 things you can smell. Do you have is there oregano? Do you smell oregano? Is anybody cooking Italian food? Anything else? What about perfume? Or cologne? Or maybe poop? You never know. Okay. One thing you can taste. Let's see. You can name things in your refrigerator. Like when you hear pickles, does it make your mouth water? Right? Maybe you want to taste pickles or candy. Is it sweet? You like the sour? Name something that you can taste. Okay. And remember to breathe. Now, if you gotta repeat it, repeat it. There's no shade, okay? Keep repeating it until you feel calm. It shouldn't take more than twice when you first start to ground. I like to go out in the nice grass. I even like to walk on the wood, wet leaves, barefoot, but I'm a nature girl, okay? I'm going to make another video about how to do your thought bubbles. What are appropriate things to say to people if they pop in our head? How do we tame our tongue? Okay? I'll see you in a few minutes. Well, actually, I'm making the video and then you can watch it. All right.